Have you ever had an experience yourself with a side hustle?
I do. I would say I'm a side hustle because I know for sure.
Sorry. Just track back to what you said. You said
I have
She's a side hustle.
yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You are a side hustle.
No, I have a side hustle.
You said,
Oh,
I
you
am
said
a
I am a side hustle.
I was like, what?
Oh, I have a side hustle.
That's so interesting. It reminds me of our boy Mike. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
It should be one of our guests. It's been very requested for. He was saying that for you guys to have generational wealth, you need a very big thief
Yeah.
in your house. You know, like someone who steals, but like steals phenomenally. You know,
You know?
but
And
it,
then sets you for life.
it sets you guys for life, man. Generational wealth.
Going to university was a very exclusive club. Everyone is going to uni right now. Everyone has masters right now. I don't have one, but a lot of people have masters. So how many CEOs are there in Kenya? Probably, even if it's 1,000. How many people have studied in Kenya? So you see.
That's true. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, grandparents, parents, siblings, friends of Motofolo, welcome back to another exciting episode. Whether you're joining us again or you're coming in for the first time, karibu sana. You know, when we started season 4, I was like, this is how things are. And then look at us. It's another 3 episodes in and we've changed the venue to upgrade. Tumekuwa na watu wanatuombea sana. So we're thankful for your support this far. We're thankful for the feedback that you guys continue to give us on how to improve our set, how to improve the quality of our conversations. Yeah, there's a lot of gratitude. I'm feeling excited this morning. Anyway, so let's just do a round of introductions.
Hi, I'm Kori. Still Kori.
Kwa majina naitwa Owen Mwiti. It's still Owen.
In absentia, we recognize Konene, the fourth part, the quarter,
Yes.
the other quarter. Yeah, we continue to recognize her. She continues to support us as well. And, you know, every so often I shock these guys. So for this episode, I'm going to be RJ.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I think that's a first.
You're gonna
Second,
be
it's a
who?
second. RJ.
He's coming as himself. He's finally ready to unleash the cat
How
out
many
of the bag.
episodes in and we finally see RJ on the episode?
It's because I've not done my research. That's the only reason why. The next episode, I'll be back to my
Usual
classes.
monikers.
Yes, to my usual monikers.
Can I ask,
Yeah.
why do we do them? Why do we do the monikers?
We do the monikers because ordinarily, like, I'll just ask you, I'll challenge you. When was the last time you thought to look for Ireriwa Irubi?
Unless the
Precisely
need
why.
is there.
Exactly.
Thought to look for what? Sorry?
Ireriwa Irubi.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and Abdallah the Mad Mullah
Yeah. And
there's
all these
Agri.
other guys and stuff like that. We talk about embracing our African culture, but we
Yes.
don't put that effort into actually embracing it. So this is more like I'm opening your mouth and feeding you.
Yeah. Drawing into it, drawing inspiration from our own people and stuff like that,
Yeah,
so to speak, I think.
that's why.
Okay.
So that's why. So before we begin today's episode, very exciting episode, I'll ask you each a very controversial question.
Oh.
No.
This is where I
we're
said
not
it.
going that
As is
direction.
in
We're not-
typical Rafael manner, yes.
No. It's what did you learn this week,
Oh.
or what did you do differently this week?
Oh.
Gosh, the question is, do I even remember this week? From Monday. Oh, and you can start before
Oh,
I
wow.
forget out.
Very on cue, on brand. What did I learn this week and what did I do this?
Or
what did I
what,
do this?
so what did you do differently this week?
Or do differently, what did I learn this week? Well, relearning is also part of learning, yes? I think this week just etched again in my memory or in my being that life is continuous. It's never that serious. You'll be up, you'll be down, you'll be up again, you'll be down again. You just keep moving. So I think that's what this week in particular has shown me, or I've learned.
I'd say key thing I learned was someone said vulnerability begets vulnerability.
Wewe.
So
Guza tena hapo.
You two mko deep.
Guza tena hapo bwana.
My response is so shallow.
Vulnerability begets vulnerability. Go on. Sorry.
if you're expecting someone else to open up, you might as well start with yourself because the door doesn't open on its own.
Ni wewe ndo ulikuwa unaambiwa hivyo?
100%.
Yeah.
I thought
I
so.
find it hard opening up to new people. Even with the podcast, the first few episodes, I feel like I was very awkward. And I'm yet to also get into step out of my shell. But it's a learning curve. I know our first episode, the second episode about fatherhood and finances did really well. But to be honest, at the back of when I'm in my room, I was like, what am I going to do tomorrow? Because I don't want people to start saying, oh, they recognize me. Or I don't want things to come back. But then when you find the conversations you're having with people and the impact
It's
serving, you're like, okay, then I'm onto something. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want my face to be out there. But yet again, here we are on the 4th episode.
proceeds to do a full face beat of makeup.
Oh yeah. I was about to say, but you beat me to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you're going to do it,
Okay.
you do it to the max.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I learned 2 things. One, the day after tomorrow is called Overmorrow.
Oh wow.
I hope you see mchezo.
That's it. Yeah, it's called Overmorrow.
I am going to drop that in every conversation
Yeah.
from this point.
Yeah.
Henceforth.
And then the rumbling in your stomach is called a wumble.
Yeah, that one at least.
Yeah.
That one at least I'm accustomed. But Overmorrow.
Overmorrow.
That one I'm going
Because
to.
it's kesho kutwa, mtondo go.
That one, the 5th one I've forgotten.
Yeah.
I remember
Mtondo.
teacher drilling it.
Tondogo.
Yeah.
Great. You see, that's why I'm like, you guys, yours were so deep. Then there's just me. I
Vulnerability.
learned 2 new words.
Yeah, which is okay.
It's still something.
Yeah. So, today's episode, we are going to talk about the cost of hustle culture.
Oh,
Yeah.
what to a bottom up? Come to the front.
You know, it's so interesting. This guy is wearing the colors of the political party that is currently dominant in our landscape.
Haslanish.
Are we overworking ourselves, Mr. Kenya Kwanza government? So anyway,
Let me tell you, my friend.
I think you know a little bit, just know that it's about to be lies that are being spewed here.
Anyways, go ahead. Go ahead.
What's the wildest advice you've ever gotten in regards to grinding?
And for the viewers, grinding, we mean working hard here.
Yeah, working hard, yeah.
Yeah,
Hustle culture.
Yeah, not those other things.
Wildest advice to mean it's true or false?
Like, however you interpret
You
it.
perceived it as wild. You were like,
I think on my end is I wouldn't be rich based off my salary. It's not wild, but then it gives me a
humbling.
different perspective. I'm like, surely.
No, it's
You're
true.
taught
but it's
to build
true.
your career, like you work upwards, and then the realization I will never get to where I want from what I've been taught to do.
I think for that, in that regard, it's because that's advice you must have been given by people who came from the Gen X generation. For them, going to school, working hard, getting a white collar is a white collar job was everything. You'll be set up with the house by the time you're 25. Your kids, you've done downloading all your kids from your bodies by the time you're 28. The current culture doesn't give a damn about what you're doing.
Back when the government used to pay properly,
Yeah.
and now
Housing was
I think
proper.
you're the one who told me that the government should be the best employer.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I think they still are. It's just that there's a lot of wastage in terms of perks that they receive.
Yes.
Because I have a friend who is in the government, and first of all, I think they get into circles, and these circles, the ones like Cusco, the one that failed, they are allowed to borrow 5 times their equity investment.
Yeah.
So if you put in 500,000, you can get up to 2.5 million, and the payback period is up to 120 months. So that's 10 years.
Okay.
It's crazy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
rates are low. So yeah.
Yeah, the benefit packages
Benefits are so crazy. You go and you attend a conference for 5 days, you're being given 10K a day.
I want that life. Please.
It's so, but it also comes with its limitations.
No, it comes with limitations, it's caveat. I mean, your salary will almost be non-existent.
That's true.
Yeah. Government salaries.
Your salary will
are
be
a
for
joke.
bills, basically. But yeah, anyway.
It was wildest advice I've gotten with regards to grinding. I think where people used to always think, and I keep on hearing still to this day, is wezi tengeneza pesa na hiyo kazi unafanya. Because you can't make money like that. Because, you know, people used to think you had to be a doctor, you had to be an engineer, a lawyer. And the one thing I like about the Gen Z culture is that it breaks those things. People are making proper bank from being on TikTok.
True.
Which
And
they've never
podcasts.
understood. So, podcast. Yes. I had forgotten.
Your employer is going to see this. Are you going to?
So yeah, I think for me that's the wildest thing. Like my mom used to always say, and I used to find it weird when people would say it, is she used to ask me to instill the respect of other people, the respect in me to respect other people. She'd always ask me, umona mama mboga ameuza pale for 20 years, right? Ulimpata? You've grown up. Umemwacha hapo. She's taken all her kids to school, and her kids are probably in the same position or not. What makes you think she doesn't know what she's doing? So that's the question.
Maybe
she's
that's
asking
so
me.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a reunion video. You know, when somebody just decides to fly back into the country to surprise their folks, and the mother was in the market, like in Wangige. Yeah, like not buying things.
Selling.
She was selling commodities, and I was like, this is someone who's come from the UK,
Yeah.
and I was like, this one has been educated all that way, you know. So
And you're certain it's from the business the mom is doing?
It's a hustle culture, yeah.
it's a hustle culture from it.
They keep on finding a way. And you see, that's the thing. When you look at it, you're looking at 20 shillings, I'm 30 odd, I'm 15 odd shillings. But I'm like, she's here every day. She doesn't probably beg. She finds a way to survive. What's the difference?
What is she doing differently that we're
Yeah.
not?
You know, we have this thing
The
where
white collar
in the
jobs.
Kenyan culture, you sit in an office, you feel like you're doing something important. I learned how much money I was losing when I walked away from my job. And it causes you to think about so many different
How
things.
much money you were losing?
Yeah, like by being employed and
Okay.
not having a space where you can be expansive. And like you said, we used to have this thing this could be a wild thing, but we used to have this thing in uni. One of my professors used to say, economics is about following the right political buttocks.
The right political?
Buttocks. Ass.
Okay.
So the idea is, I remember he entered, he was like, you think you're coming here to become CEOs? At best, you'll be houseboys for the World Bank. The entire class went silent. This guy is teaching us language skills. He was trying to showcase to us that genuine, and I know I'm not advocating for ingenuine, but genuine making of money, like honest day's work. You're a casual laborer. For you to gain wealth, for you to accumulate wealth, you need to manipulate some certain forces in the realm that we're in. I'm not saying you steal, I'm not saying you lie, but you must manipulate it in some form of way. For example, we're all employed in the same job. For me to stand out more than you, it'll just not be my work. If you're all hard workers, so I need to play the man, I need to play the game.
I mean, manipulate is a strong word. Is it outsmart? Is it to play the game? But then
Manipulate is the one that covers it all across the board. It's just, I know for ladies, when they hear the term manipulating,
They get a bit jittery.
Yeah, so yeah.
I'm like, is it dubious means we're using to achieve?
I said manipulate. It could be above board, it could be under board, but they're all manipulating forces.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. It reminds me of our boy Mike. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Should be one of our guests. It's been very requested for. He was saying that for you guys to have generational wealth, you need a very big thief
Yeah.
in your house. You know, like someone who steals, but like steals phenomenally. You know.
You know?
But
And then sets you for life.
it sets you guys for life, man. Generational wealth.
The only way you make wealth is when you sit down and ask someone, what is it that you do? If you can't tell what that person does this one particular thing, that person is on the right track. Because how many, look at us, before, going to university was a very exclusive club. Everyone has gone to uni right now. Everyone has masters right now. I don't have one, but a lot of people have masters. So how many CEOs are there in Kenya? Probably, even if it's 1,000. How many people have studied in Kenya? So you see,
That's true.
it's one way to
That's
look at it.
the reality. So you have to do a lot.
You have to do a lot. Think out of the box. That's why I said manipulate too, as an umbrella term. However you use the word.
That's very interesting. Speaking of doing a lot, there's somebody on my WhatsApp status. I've told him about it. This guy, I've never seen a person who, it's either he's a broker or
Yeah.
he just works hard. He's an influencer. He's a recording artist. He's a videographer sometimes. He's a DJ. He is also an MC. At some point, he was doing his masters.
Yes.
He sells chapos in Karen. He has a kinyozi in Embakasi. He does kahaya as well. He does Airbnbs as well.
We saw him as a PA to one of, or he was, what was he doing for when he was procuring services when we had the conferences here in Kenya?
There was
something.
something, you know. I was like, hey, this guy works hard. Yeah. So anytime I'm feeling a bit low and I need some form of entertainment,
You go to his
I
status.
just go to his statuses, man. But nowadays it's too late, so I don't know. Maybe he's making enough.
Maybe
money
he's
from-
making enough money.
Zimeanza kujipa. Hizi forms zimejipa.
Fair enough.
Have you ever had an experience yourself with a side hustle?
I do. I would say I'm a side hustle because I know for sure.
Sorry. Just track back to what you said. You said
I have a-
She's a side hustle.
yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You are a side hustle.
No, I have a side hustle.
You said,
Oh,
I
you
am
said
a
I am a side
I
hustle.
was like, what?
Oh, I have a side hustle. I have a surely. I have a side hustle, and it's because I think being the queer I am, I'm not able to. I don't think my salary or my 9 to 5 is enough
It is
to
not.
justify
Don't even think it is not.
all the many things I want to do. The
It is
word
not.
typically we use now is I'm a creative. Because now with the podcast, with the things I want to do, content creation, with the book I'm also supposed to be promoting at some point. I'm an author,
Oh
by
my
the
God,
way.
yeah, she's a published author.
I'm an
I forgot
author.
it.
I always forget by the way she's an author.
Man.
I need to start putting
So
out
you're so
content on
cool.
mini author
Crazy.
on my book.
You remember how she came with such profoundness? Then we
We
found
were
out
like,
who the person
yeah. You need to be here forever.
Yeah.
And here I am. 1 year later,
Yeah,
guys.
1 year
It's been
later.
a whole year.
Yeah.
It's been a whole year
We'll
since.
be here next month. Yeah.
A time like this last year, you were interviewing me for my book.
For your book, eh? Oh, damn.
But anyway, I do. And at this point, I'm actually not doing it more so because of the money. It's very hard to pin someone into one thing. I can't say I'm only doing real estate. I can't only say I'm doing pharmaceuticals. There's so many things.
Yeah.
And then you need what's the word?
Sorry,
the word.
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. I can also start selling.
Mimi nakwambianga marafiki wetu ni wakora by the way.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you.
I'm just saying.
Now we were
There's
saying,
a lot to do.
You remember when we were remaining here alone last year and people were on trips every day, we were wondering, why is it that sisi ndo hatutaki kutoka Nairobi? Now we can see.
I told you.
Now we can see.
Zanzibar, Nanyuki, Mombasa.
Ni
Kampala
kazi, ni
kidogo.
kazi. My side hustles do
Wameenda
take me
ati-
as far.
ati-
Alienda
Sasa-
kuwatch Harambee in Kampala.
Vivian Harambee. Remember, she decided she's taking 21 days off. She's did the road trip to South Africa or something.
I haven't done it though. I haven't done
Or
it
where
yet.
did you stop? You didn't stop in someone, like you were on the road for quite a while.
I actually went to Zanzibar on road. So from Kenya, Tanzania, and then Zanzibar. It took a while though. It took a really while.
Continue with your experience.
Yeah.
Question was, do I have any side hustles? Yes, I do.
Clearly.
I do have experience with it, but it got to a point where I was tiring myself.
Okay.
I asked my friends, do you guys also have side hustles? Because in Nairobi, there's no way you can manage with just one job.
True.
With just one thing, no sema mimi ni mwalimu na nivo umelipa bills zote. Highly unlikely.
And if you do, kudos to you. You figured out
Kudos
life.
to you.
Unless, of course, you work for like the World Bank.
Yeah.
But even then, I feel like even if you're in a 9 to 5, you also need to either be planning for your exit strategy or a business you need to be doing on the side.
I've come
At
to
least that's the
realize
mentality
it
I've been
depends with
taught.
where you're working. See, I don't know if it's still the same for case like an example like UN. You'd find I had friends that I came up with. They all went to school in Geneva, again, because of being in, the father being in UN. You're given housing allowance. You're probably almost given a huge chunk that suffices you to pay your mortgage. You'll be given a car. Your kids will be paid for like 60,
Tuition.
50, 80% of their fees, or tuition fees. So you're like, yeah. And then to add on that, you're working like 7 hours a day. So where are you going?
And you're probably working from home. Oh.
So yeah. But first,
You?
oh yes. Sai kwanza sai nimekuwa naambianga watu I am a professional casual laborer. Mimi ni mtu wa mkono.
Or a
If we
professional
can
hook.
make money,
Hey, by the
call
way.
me.
Hey, sahi. Unakuanga karda ya moko sana.
Yeah. If we can make money, period. Yeah, that's the thing. For me, it's all about. I keep on telling people, and I find it funny. If you will call me to your house to clean your house and you're paying me proper money, I will come.
Or when you'll come.
I'll come.
But now, proper money.
Yeah, proper money. That's why I choose words carefully.
This is an educated man. So,
Who's willing to?
Yeah.
proper
So
money has to
the
be
goal
proper
for me
money.
it was always wealth creation. I want to enjoy my money. So let me put. You can't just do one thing.
That's true.
You can't just do one thing.
Do you have any experience?
You met his father, so yeah.
I have two consultancies. This podcast. I commercialized my photography and videography services as well. So yeah, there's a lot that I do left, right, and center, and you know I don't know. Sometimes I think it's like a drug. Once you turn it on,
Exactly.
the switch can never
you
go
can
off.
never close that lid. Like it's open.
It's open forever. You know, you'll burn out, but then you'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah. And one of the biggest fights that I tend to have with my friends is they tell me, slow down. You need to calm down.
You're
need to
preaching
rest.
to the choir.
I
Preaching to the choir.
I think that comes from families who are not high functioning or high performing. Because I've met your parents. I met your dad. Sorry, I've not met your mom yet. But I can tell.
Honestly, we met at the
You met her. He hasn't. He didn't come for the book launch. You're referencing the book launch?
not the book launch, the play.
Oh, yeah.
Sanctuary.
There's also that. Yeah.
Your mom was there?
Yeah.
Sanctuary.
you
My
didn't
family
tell
Mom
me.
and
came.
sister.
No, she didn't introduce them to. Because I was in Korea way before. She didn't introduce me to the mom and the sister.
After the play.
After the
I
play.
swear. I've not met your mom or your sister.
Aye. To be
Shout out
tackled.
to Martin, Joyce,
Yeah.
Santa.
Santa.
It was a good play. A very good play.
A hell of a play. So what was I saying? Like, if your parents are like that, when I was growing up, immediately I could tell my parents will never retire. Like, and I'm like that. I can't see it. Like right now, even when I've made money, like I've just been paid, my biggest stress is what's the next thing? Like right now, my head can't just, like you said, once you open the lid, you can't put it back.
That's
What shocks me is that I think being on this other side, there's someone who's so content with just one job, with
It's
a
okay.
9 to 5. You get home, either sleep or you're reading a book. Because for the life of me, I cannot imagine a life like unafika nyumbani and then unalala and then wake up to go to work the next day without anything else outside of the monotony is too
Yeah.
mundane.
But I think also it speaks to their personalities.
That's also true. I mean, to each their own.
Yeah, to each their own. I mean, but you know, there's always a canonic moment where their eyes are opened, and then they're like, okay, You know, it's
The forbidden fruit.
it is the forbidden fruit, and once you go down that road, there's no going back.
Yeah, there's no coming
I
back.
think this person in specific was like, they were so loyal to the employer because the employer said all the right things. You know, you'll become a director here. You know, you'll become a partner here and stuff like that and whatnot. But the issue, the thing about those promises is they're predicated on the business doing well, and
Yeah.
our
That's
business
also true.
environment is not the
And
best.
personnel not changing.
Exactly, and personnel not changing. So now we're in a situation where maybe a specific skill is required, so they need to put in more money into the business, or maybe they need to move, and then now they start having those awkward conversations, you know. And this person's eyes were open. They were like, you know what? I owe you no loyalty. Side gigs. They started side gigs. It was so interesting. Yeah. Shout out to them. I know they know who they are. Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah, fairs.
Yeah.
Fairs. So,
Anyway, so as we wrap up this episode, I think we've not received any feedback about the live show. Like, we keep on asking these guys, do you guys want a live show? Even no is an answer, by the way. You can tell us, no, we don't want a live show.
hatuwataki.
It's all right. No is also an answer. We take the feedback and we implement it the best we can. And if you do want a live show, would you want us to bring some of the guests that we've had? Maybe there's a question you had for Martin, for Santa, for Zevo, because I know
Yeah.
Zevo brought in
Jerry,
for Kanali as well.
Kanali as well.
Yeah. And even from the OGs, like in our boy,
Yeah.
from all the way back. Mike,
Mike.
but we never aired that episode.
No, we had mics.
We had mics, but we
Yeah.
didn't have the video.
It's the one we never aired was the Eva one.
Eva as
Yeah,
well.
we lost that one. She should have been our first guest.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, so do let us know what you think about this episode, whether or not you want a live show, and catch you on the next one, guys.
Keep hustling.
Keep hustling, and don't wear Kenya.
And rest. Also find time to rest. It's
Of course.
still important.
Of course.
Bye.
Ciao,
It's
bizu
about to
bizu.
bad.
How long?